Get rid of your credit card debt, get a lower monthly payment, and skip your next 2 house payments at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 65084, equal housing lender. You don't need perfect credit or money out of your pocket to save thousands with SaveWithConrad.com. Find out how much money you can save right now at SaveWithConrad.com.
Oh, you didn't know?
It's that time, so come on down. We're walking in the dog pound. Road Dogg, Dogg and Casio. Talking shop, reminiscing on a flashback. Hall of Fame name with a legacy that's long. That's the legend of the Armstrongs. Questions get answered, oh, you didn't know? Let's start the show.
Welcome back to the show. It's Road Dogg and Casio, and you're listening to
Oh, you didn't know?
What is up, man?
What's up with you, man? Are these graphics new?
No.
They're not. Okay, well, I get hit in the head a lot. If you're watching at home by way of mobile device or television, I don't even know how you kids do it anymore, you crazy little... yeah, you can see these graphics. I thought they were new. Never mind, they look great.
Maybe
hey, Casio, I haven't talked to you in a while. I don't know how these podcasts are dropped, but I haven't seen you in like 10 days.
No.
I miss you when you're gone. I
celebrated a birthday.
How old are you?
44.
Not a chance. You don't look a day over 45.
I remember my buddy Corey Forster when I turned 40. He goes, "Wait, you're 40?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Buddy, way better than I thought. We thought you were like 30, and you looked awful. But now that you're 40,
nope, 40 would look awful."
Yeah.
Yep. So this is 44.
You're supposed to look old.
Yeah. Well, I'm 10 years. I'm a decade older than you. I'm 54. So man, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. When was it? July
6th.
And yes, I say July.
6th.
Okay, I was traveling that day. But
yeah,
I'm sorry I missed your birthday. But you should have gotten the package I sent you by now.
Did you? No, I didn't see anything in it.
You didn't get it?
No.
Hey, Robert, track that package on FedEx. Robert, he's my...
Yeah, just give me that number. I'll look it up later.
Robert will get it.
Yeah.
He's on it. He's on it now.
Oh,
Robert.
Robert, they're loving your shirt. We should say we are in front of a live studio audience.
In front of a live audience tonight. Welcome, everybody. Where are you from? Out of town?
We got some of our ad-free shows family being able to watch.
Not just the ad-free show family. It's the ad-free show's royal family.
Woo!
If you know what I mean. Princess Diana and the... Oh, sorry.
How about that?
Yeah, I went too far, didn't I? But the royal family, I mean, if we would edit that other part out, it would be good.
Well, they are the top guys, and I believe we got some My Push in here. Shout out. So that means they are the top tiers. So that means it is the royal family.
It is. I knew where I was going. I just went too far with it.
You went around
Princess
the way.
Di thing.
And I was looking over early. This is Ask Dogg Anything.
Okay, cool.
Don't know the questions.
You
Dog
don't?
Doesn't know the question. No. Dom
Mother
does.
Fuppler. How are we supposed to, censor this? What if somebody has an opinion that I disagree with?
I got to move to Threads instead of Twitter, I think, or whatever that new thing is.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, I'm wearing some Threads. So they're digging the USMC shirt?
I was about to say, over in the live chat, they're digging. They're like, "Hey, he's got a new shirt."
Is it Mick Mac, you son of a beast? Oh,
Probably.
He's not a top guy yet, is he?
Yeah, he is. Look.
Is he? Oh.
New shirt.
Thank you. I actually have a black one and a navy blue one and this maroon one, all Marine Corps. And then I have the other ones that are like Psycho Bun, like for a fat person in the summertime, you know?
Yeah. Use promo code DOGG to get them delivered like normal.
Yeah, so anyway, new shirt. Thanks, Mick Mac. Pointing it out. Excuse me.
Thanks to they're asking my shirt. Whiskey Myers, he's an artist.
Whiskey Myers.
Great country Southern rock artist. Shout out to Whiskey Myers. Great guy. So we're gonna do Ask Dogg Anything. We'll get to questions. We might even dip off into the live studio audience if they.
I'm sorry, my wife texted me. Look, when she texts,
pizza rolls are ready.
it don't matter if you're doing like a Rudy Giuliani press conference. You answer the daggum phone. You know what I mean?
It's gotta happen.
That is a dated political reference, and I apologize for dropping it. When she calls you. You know, sometimes I try to go out on a limb and be like Dennis Leary and boing boing, and then sometimes
that's your Dennis.
Yeah, that was it. Shaboing boing, baby.
Shaboing boing. Everybody knows that special.
Yeah, and I fall short of the glory of Dennis Miller.
Shaboing boing. Wait,
But-
you said Dennis Leary the first time.
I know, I meant Dennis
Now
Miller.
you went Dennis Miller. Give me your Dennis Miller.
No, that
Shaboing
was
boing?
my Dennis Miller.
Oh, what's your Dennis Leary?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Smokes a cigarette.
I don't even know who that is.
You know Dennis Leary. He's
I
angry.
never liked him. I never
He's
thought he
very-
was funny because I wanted to slap his. I wanted
He
to
didn't.
bust his
He
eardrum.
seemed like he didn't like anybody.
With
he
an
was
open
very
hand.
mad.
Yeah, he was
With an
angry.
open hand.
Yeah, because I wanted to bust his eardrum, so open hand would be better. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, it's not a punch. I didn't even punch him. Anyway.
You make it cup like that.
Yes. You get that good sound, and then he gets that ringing in his ear for the next.
Didn't I
week or
see
so.
somebody just busted an eardrum?
Yes, you did, mate.
Who was that?
No, I think I told you, and I probably shouldn't have. So let's.
Oh,
not
don't
talk
say
about it,
anything.
all right?
babe.
How all these? That's killing these top guys right now.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, what?
They're like, I'll give you an extra $1 if you.
That's gonna be the Ask Dog who busted their
Three
eardrum.
farthings for a lump of crap, please.
All right, let's get first before we get started. We always
Oh.
got to start off with a little fun, little laugh with our meme of the week.
Good,
We
because
have
I
no
was
idea.
I was planning on taking this very seriously.
Okay.
And like, so we're gonna get this
Switch
laugh out of the
gears.
way,
Switch
and
gears.
then we're right back down to brass tacks, Jack.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
here
let's
we
go. Meme of the week.
Oh God.
Roman Reigns, Ramen Reigns. Wait, what? You trying not to laugh?
I did. I wanted to be hot about it,
Acknowledge me.
but you know what? His face, like, looks like Velveeta cheese or something. Like it makes me hungry. I mean, yeah, his hair in the top picture. I said hungry. Did you think I said horny? No, the top picture is the one that makes me horny. The one below makes me hungry.
When's the last time you had ramen noodles?
So me personally, it's been a long time. But my granddaughter had them the other night by her request. She's 6. She'll be 7 later this month. But she said, "No, I like them. I want them." And I forget what she put in there. Something weird that she put in there.
She added extra.
Yeah. She went on in. My daughter used to do tuna and mayonnaise in there, and just stir it all up like a tuna noona casserole.
I like tuna casserole, but in the ramen. So are they throwing away the flavor pack?
Yeah, that's where all the sickness lies.
Yeah.
But if you snort one of those, it cures COVID. Heard it here first.
All right, the old creamy chicken.
Yeah, I was totally not. It was not serious.
No.
That was sarcasm. It was. Anyway, don't flag us.
Ramen real high on the sodium.
Yes.
Real high.
And I have high blood pressure as it is, so.
I will
I'm
say,
good.
my friend used to do like Japanese steakhouse. Put it in a skillet. He'd do a little egg in there.
Oh.
Straight up, almost like
He was
fried
doing
rice.
lo mein.
Yeah, he was
He
doing
was doing like a romaine.
super
that's
extra,
different.
super extra. And I saw, what's that chef Alton Brown? Remember him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Now he does.
He one time got the packet, and he put shrimp on top, wrapped it in aluminum foil, put a little chicken broth in there, put it in the oven, made like a little poor boy deal, whatever it is, shrimp boil.
I'm just going to say something right now. You're
Yeah.
a damn liar.
Well, Alton Brown watches clearly. So
Alton, if you
Sweetie.
would chime in.
Tell Dog your recipe, please.
That sounded pretty dang good.
All right, and we don't have any matches to get to. That means we got no Meltzer we got to quote. But
Oh man.
we are going to take advantage to brag on ourselves with our 5-star review of the week.
Oh. Well, is there a photo that goes with this individual?
I'm glad I know from 111 fan. Thanks, guys. Faux show. My new favorite show. Hope you're around for a long time to come. 100.
Wow, he went so far as to all caps and incorrect grammar to say how much he loved it. And for that, I commend you.
By the way, look at that name again. 111 number FANN.
He's a number 111 number fan.
Right,
111 number fan. He's 111 number fan.
He's not our number one fan.
Nope, but about
But he's our
111.
111th.
Yep.
Yes.
And look, for his honesty, I also appreciate it.
How about
He's
that?
not in the top 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's 111.
We knew that going in, but
Yeah.
we didn't want to say it.
No,
He knows it.
With that tweet, sir, I commend you, and I would make you ramen noodles with Roman Reigns cheese in it.
With Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's for Monday. Come on, man.
Get
You
that
had-
at the WWE shop right now.
I don't think you can.
Roman Reigns for
It's a
Monday
Fanatics
cheese.
deal now, so I don't think you can get that anymore. Yeah. Dang it.
All right, let's get to some Ask Dogs. Are you ready?
Nobody's seen these questions,
No.
and
Just
we're just gonna pop them up on the screen.
And do you even trust Dom? I mean,
Well, the answer to that, the short answer is no, I don't trust
Right.
Dom. But let me tell you something I found out about Dom.
oh,
He is either in the assembly, or he's an assemblyman, or he's in the cabinet of the little people of Pittsburgh. No, I'm sorry. I take that back, and I'm trying to get it right, Dom, and I apologize. The Little Italy version in Pittsburgh. He's like in the cabinet or some policy maker or something.
Small Italians?
In the Pittsburgh chapter of Little Italy. So congratulations for that, Dom. He was nominated by 4 different people. So, yeah, congratulations, Dom.
he's in the cabinet. Literally, right now, he's in
Yeah,
his cabinet.
he could fit in there because of
Yes.
how little.
Producing our show. The king of the small Italians.
Yes, amen.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Amen.
The king.
The king of the, that's an Elvis movie, I think.
The king of the Italians.
No, the small. Anyway.
King of the small
The
Italians.
king of the small Italian.
There.
Love
Big
the
Italians.
spaghetti too.
Oh.
Kings of the Italians. And lasagna too.
Oh.
Sorry. That was it. That was when
All over the front
Raquel
of my
Welch
jumpsuit.
danced in. And like we ate some spaghetti together.
That was
I
Fat
think.
Elvis, wasn't it?
Yeah. Elvis, and he never got out of his seat. He just
That
sat
was-
there with a bunch of just like
Well,
Fat
literally.
Elvis in the anyway. Okay, let's ask a question and answer it maybe. I'm scared, but let's dive right in.
Let's go, Dom. Hit us with the first question.
Oh God.
Favorite match of 2023, says Beyond the Script podcast.
Oh wow.
That's tough.
Wow, it is tough. It is tough, but man, people are going to say but I got to say the Usos versus Roman and Solo. Like it was to me, it's the best story. It's the best build to that story. Like I don't know, I'm just all invested emotionally into that story. And so, like, I don't know, I think they paid it off in a big way where now you got to see, and now then they hurt Jimmy, and so now Jay challenges, like, oh my God, we're still going. And I've already seen what I felt was, again, speaking emotionally, what I thought was match of this year. And again, we're halfway through it, and a lot of people will, talk about Omega and Ospreay or whoever. I don't even know who. I think that's who worked, and Ospreay beat him for and forgive me guys because I don't know Japanese wrestling, but I think it was for the IWGP something or other. So I know a lot of people love that match. I, for one, am not a fan of that style. I like the style, like the American Memphis is what I like, to be quite honest with you. That's why I was always a big Sean guy instead of a Brett guy. You know what I mean? I was the Memphis and the showboating and the everything but juggling and spinning a plate. You know what I mean? And the Tennessee tiptoe spots and all great wrestling and tag team wrestling came from the South. There, I said it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, of course. But look, I feel like a lot of it did. A lot of it that I love did, and that's a fact. I retracted saying that all of it came from the South. That's just not true. But anyway, my favorite match, again, because of my emotional investment into the story, it didn't matter if they did 5-star matches or 5-star spots or took big risk or did all this, because you risk yourself every time you go down there. So it's just heart and soul, man. And also, like they're in there with their brothers and their cousin, and they're working at this huge, and I can't help but to feel that. And I guess that's, I don't even know what that is, but I feel it vicariously through them because I'd love to be able to work my brothers, and I have worked a couple of my brothers, and just to be in there on that grandest stage and just ruling the roost, man. I don't know. My heart's in that ring with those guys.
I'm probably going to be skewed. I was in the house, and plus nobody asked me, but I'm still going to answer.
Yeah. I ask you.
Rhea Ripley and Charlotte put on a hell of a match at Mania.
Yes.
Again, invested.
Always will.
Always throwing it out there. Both of them ladies leaving it out every time they're in there, and
yep.
It lived up to the hype that we thought it was going to be, and that was a lot of hype because we knew they were both going to bring it. So, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and comment below. What was your favorite match so far of 2023? We'd love to hear.
Because I'm sure that really put me on the spot big time. So I just thought about the biggest thing in wrestling, and so that's what I went with. But I knew that would be kind of safe. But I also would love to. I'm sure there's matches that I'm not even thinking about. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that for sure.
But if there is any with FTR, don't even comment about that. Go ahead and. I'm just
Here
kidding.
they come.
Here
they
kidding.
come.
I'm kind of just kidding.
They did put on a hell of a match with your boy Jeff Jarrett. Oh, look, Dom just said, moving on, put a question on.
Thanks,
Dylan
Dom.
Lehigh said, what name would Dogg have given himself instead of the Roadie or Road Dogg? Thanks. Ooh.
Well, look, I was Jesse James Armstrong in Memphis. I was the New Age Outlaw, Jesse James Armstrong. So I know that's a mouthful, but it's also what I wanted to call myself. So I would probably say that, you know what I mean? And was willing to lose the Armstrong, but be the New Age Outlaw, Jesse James, because I thought if there's any way to trademark that, that's money. You know what I mean? So, or I thought so anyway.
Next
and then I
question.
robbed a bank. So.
Next question, Nick Gage. Lindsay the cupcake girl,
spinning cupcakes round the world. She loves me and I love her. Cupcakes are her thing. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
It was
I think
strong.
all of it was strong, true. Read the question.
Casio and Dogg, you both only get one restaurant to eat at for the rest of your lives. Which restaurant do you both choose? Woo!
People are going to be mad at me for mine.
Here we go.
I think I'm going to go one for the rest of my life.
Now let's think about some stuff. It's got to be a chain because you don't want to be
It's got to be a chain, and it's got to serve all meals.
A lot of meals. Oh yeah, it's got to be breakfast.
You've got
now. Can we eat home cooking?
No, stupid. It said restaurant.
Oh, well, I just meant I didn't know.
I don't know either. I'm sorry I called you stupid.
Well, immediately. We'll talk about it after the show. I'm done crying.
Just send me the bill.
Yeah, you're not the first one.
Dom said Cracker Barrel. Dom went with Cracker Barrel.
It's not bad.
Hey, it's not a bad choice. What was
Waffle
your dude's?
House? Not bad.
No, Waffle House is not a bad choice. Denny's is not a bad choice. It depends on where you're at with the Denny's.
Yeah.
IHOP would not be a bad choice.
I'm gonna I'm gonna leave Waffle House because of the 24/7, 365.
Right. Turn out the light. Oh, I'm gonna go Waffle House as well. Dude, I went there yesterday for breakfast just by myself and just pulled up in there and got everything Uncle John needed. You know
I bet you made a friend while you were there.
I didn't, but I made it a point not to.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because they'll chat you up in there.
Yeah, and they tried, and I would answer in a one-line, or, excuse me, I would just answer in a way where it said, you got cojones if you ask me a follow-up.
And they were
I was in a hurry. I was by myself. I was running errands for my wife, and I was kind of sneaking in there, not telling her I was going to Waffle House. I was going to pick up her Home Depot stuff and then run it back home. And I thought, you know what, I can do this in 15 minutes. And I'll be darned if I wasn't out of there in 15 minutes. Chicken and eggs, double up the eggs, throw a piece of cheese in there, por favor.
Chicken and eggs?
Oh, yeah. 4 eggs with cheese in it and nothing in the hash browns. I don't eat very many of them anyway. I pretty much eat the chicken and the eggs, but I really did eat a lot of the toast. I put grape jelly all over the toast, that buttered toast at Waffle House.
Yeah. Buttered and jelly toast at Waffle House.
I might go from the studio to Waffle House.
Yeah, you just
It's a 30-minute drive, but
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, one way.
Is that the closest restaurant to your house?
Yeah, no, there's a Whataburger closer.
Whataburger's not bad, by the way.
There's a Whataburger closer by about 2-3 miles.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, Waffle House.
Yeah.
Waffle House is it.
Okay, well, that's it. Lindsay, we both went with Waffle House. That tells everybody watching one thing. We are fat rednecks.
Yeah.
It's Adam Cole or Adam Pierce or one of the Adams, maybe the first guy, comes. It says it's official. These cats are are two things.
Talking about toast and hash browns change the angle of my dangle, son.
Yeah.
All right, let's get another question in here. Woo! It's got hot.
It's hot in here, man.
Jennifer Ducky Weddle, a.k.a. at Lucky Ducky 101, says, what wrestler, past or present, is most like Bandit from Bluey?
Okay, Bandit's the father.
Okay.
I think.
Glad you clarified.
I think. Dom, can you clarify that? Bandit and Chili. Yeah. Wait.
You're the expert.
Wait. Bluey and
Chili was in TLC.
Bingo is the... So, yeah, Bandit's the father. Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
I can confirm that. Mick Foley is the most like Bandit, and I'll follow up with my reasoning. Mick Foley is probably the best dad I've ever seen in wrestling. Like, I remembered going on cruises and stuff, and we'd get people to watch our kids, and he'd like take his kids with him, and they would, and so then I would see them on the flights, like he's taking his kid with him to a live event loop, like, and I'm like, we're wrestling each other, like he's got his kids with him, like what do we do? Like that just wasn't, that stuff didn't happen then. It happens a lot now, and rightfully so. Like you should be doing that, because what Mick would be doing was, while I would be going to all the nationally acclaimed bars in town and drug dealers in town, Mick would be taking his kids to like the biggest ball of yarn in Chicago, or what, you know what I mean? Like whatever that thing was, the Christmas Village. And I would like I would get on, because he lived in Pensacola for a while, and during these the late 90s and early 2000s, and so we'd fly out a lot, and I'd get on the plane and I'd see Dewey, who I then not long ago worked with on the writing team at both the main roster and NXT, but I would see Dewey sitting there in like Spider-Man underoos in like 1A, you know what I mean? and Mick sitting next to him, and they're going to, because there's a water park an hour from Hershey that we're going to go to and do, and you just go like, it didn't amaze me until I got sober and started reevaluating my life and thinking about things, and you can't get those things back, but it just made me think of Bandit is the best father I've ever seen, and he's a cartoon figure, so that's why I came up with Mick Foley.
How about that? I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's all a shoot.
Hit us with another question, Dom. The Real Thick Shady hit us
Oh.
up. He said, Dog, out of all the famous dogs in history, pick 3 to create the ultimate dog faction, plus a cool name for the group as a bonus. Woo! A lot to digest.
Well, I mean, it's got to be the Dog Pound, right? I don't know if that's taken.
Dog Pound's
or if
great.
but the Dog Pound is nice, and it would be me, Junkyard Dog, Rick Steiner.
That's all he wanted, 3, but you can keep going.
Oh well, I thought we needed 4, didn't we? Me and 3 more.
What does it say? Throw it back up.
I was
Dom.
gonna say.
Pick 3 famous dogs.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's
You can
it.
go you and 2 and 3 others if you want.
Because I was
Now-
gonna say Moondog Rex.
So you just went dog wrestlers.
Yeah. Oh, because we were doing a faction. What are we a faction of? Are we doing like the Windsong Casino tour, or like
I thought-
are we opening up for Boys to Men? Are we?
I thought Snoop
By
might
the way,
be in there.
just paid $100 for 3 Boys to Men tickets at Wind Creek Casino.
Did you really?
Yes, exactly, because they were sold out, and this lady I know is selling them.
Although we've
Yeah,
gone.
so I bought them because I thought it's an hour away, and I may not even go, but I got them if I want to.
Till the end of the road. Come on.
Still I can't
Let go. You belong to
Yep,
me.
whatever he said.
I belong to you.
I was singing it in German.
And then that bass guy came in.
Yeah.
Girl, you know I love you.
You know I love you, girl. I love you, girl. I'm gonna suffocate you. Wait, what? Jesus, Daryl.
Voice to men. See, I thought famous dogs, you might go Snoop Dogg,
Snoop Dogg.
Scooby,
No, man. Junkyard Dog.
Goofy,
Was Junkyard Dog.
Pluto, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
You throwing a lot of Disney at
Is
me?
Bluey a dog?
Bluey is a dog.
Is he
but
top 3 dogs?
I didn't know what we were making the faction for.
I like it. I like you on all wrestlers. I
went-
didn't even remember there were 3 other dog wrestlers, so you nailed it.
So think about these 3: Junkyard Dog,
Banger.
Road Dog, and the
Banger.
dog-faced gremlin.
Banger. And Moondog.
Moondog Rex.
Come
Oh
on.
my God, yeah.
Tell anybody to deal with the dog pound. Can't
Yeah,
do it,
bring
son.
Bring it.
Can't do it. What we can do is another question.
No, let's not. Okay, go ahead.
Austin Williams, what is dog opinion on Edge? Do you feel like he has earned a spot on Mount Rushmore
Whoa.
for the greatest
whoa.
wrestlers of all time?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Let me get
That
that out of the
doesn't
way.
mean he's bad.
Does not mean one thing. Like, look, Mount Rushmore, there's 4 people, right?
Right.
How many?
4.
4. 17, you said? There's 4 people on Mount Rushmore. Edge is great. Edge is phenomenal. Well, sorry, AJ. He's not phenomenal. He's great. He's fantastic. He's fantrate, which is a mixture
Wow.
of those 2 words. Yeah. And look, he's even come back and reinvented himself and just doing it again at this high level when business is so good and the stocks are really booming and everything is going so great. He still comes back and is competitive and at the same level. So do I think Edge is one of the greatest of all time? Do I think Edge's, and look, this is just me. This is just my opinion. I think Edge's legacy, in my mind, is the tag team division and raising the bar with the TLC matches and so forth and so on. I know he had a long career after that of world championships and vice versa and so on and so forth. That's what I remember Edge for. So that's where I'm at. But like, is he great? Heck yeah, he's great. One of the greatest. And one of the greatest human beings. Had an opportunity to, went to Madison Square Garden for SmackDown and had an opportunity to sit for a really long time with him and Gallows and Anderson. And we really had a good time. And Edge looked right at me and said, "This is what I miss." And I said, "I know exactly what you're talking about. The camaraderie, man. The camaraderie in the dressing room, whether it's, whether I'm hammered on everything or sober as a judge, the camaraderie's still there, and it's still with like-minded individuals who understand me and vice versa. And it's the camaraderie backstage is if I could get paid to just go there and sit backstage, I would do that gladly. But I'm not going there to wrestle. No.
That's interesting you said that, because when I first think, if somebody just brings up Edge, I do the same thing. I immediately go Edge and Christian.
Man. Hardy
Phenomenal
Boys,
tag team.
Bubba Dudley
They
and
hit me in
Devon.
my prime. That's my favorite match. First of all, is a triple threat, TLC, Mania,
Man.
the whole deal. So I immediately think that as well. Doesn't take away from what he's done solo, but that's just where
he
my
had
fandom
a
lies.
ton of success.
Incredible.
Post all that, and so I get that, but that's
Still put on a hell of a match with Grayson Waller the other night.
the other night, and kudos to Grayson Waller, by the way.
He's
Grayson
so good.
Waller, righto.
So good.
Razor blades.
Razor blights. Razor blights.
Oh, okay.
Let's get another question going.
We were talking about Edge and how awesome he was, and all of a sudden we got to razor blades.
Hey guys, Eric Bischoff here to talk to you about my friends over at SaveWithConrad.com. Are you looking to get out of debt? Conrad and his team can make that happen faster than me firing the honky tonk man. Wow. And you know that controversy creates cash, right? But you know what doesn't create cash? Credit card debt. Save with Conrad can help you consolidate high-interest credit cards and all of your other debt into one low monthly payment. They can even help you get the cash you need for home improvements or anything else. They've helped 83 Weeks listeners save $500, $600, $700, even $800 a month. Seriously, your payments are going to go down faster than Nitro ratings in 2000. Ouch! And how about this? No house payments for 2 months. That's right, no house payments for 2 months. And unlike the dirt sheets, man, the reviews do not lie. With over 1,000 five-star reviews, find out for yourself how much Conrad and his team can save you by checking out SaveWithConrad.com today. You'll be grateful you did.
NMLS number 65084, equal housing lender. Woo!
Jonathan Day hits us.
Right.
Legit question, okay? It's not a fake question, okay? It's a
good.
legit question for you. Because I know how I feel, but who do you feel was the best tag team? Legion of Doom, you and Billy, or in the words of good old JR, those damn Dudleys. Woo!
Well, you're asking the wrong guy, because if I said anybody but me and Billy, I would be lying to you. And so, but because I say me and Billy, I sound cocky and braggadocious, and that's not how I mean that at all. But I think, look, if you're talking about dollar figure or championship reigns or stuff like that, I don't know, man. I think the LOD probably the best in history. They probably made the most money. They probably, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The Dudleys have been crowned tag team champions a lot of different places, but me and Billy were a damn good tag team, and we could bump and go with the best of them. And anybody who was ever in there with you will tell you that. You know what I mean? And so I'm confident in me and Billy. I'm more confident in Billy, but I can do some stuff too. I can talk before we wrestle.
By the way, we talk about this all the time. How long, top to bottom, were you a tag team?
2 years.
Isn't that crazy?
3 years, maybe.
By the way, if anybody, fan and this person included, puts you in the discussion with the Dudleys who did it for a long time and
LOD.
Legion of Doom who did it forever, that's pretty crazy. 2 year run right there, man.
Yeah, we're talking about a 2 year, and honestly, I'm probably giving it some time, because I'm just saying, and then they put us back together for 6 months, right. And then maybe, you know what I mean? So it may not even have been that, but timing, I always say, it wasn't, I mean, yes, me and Billy were good, but timing is everything. And if timing, talent, and the team, right? The team is your leadership team, your management team, and that's the producers and the writers and all the people that kind of make the machine go. Then the time, if the timing's not right in society and the culture, I don't care who you are, you ain't getting over. But you see how many people, the timing was right in that Attitude Era, how many people really got over and really successful in 2 years. You know what I mean? And so it was look, I don't mean to sound cocky, but I think me and Billy were really good for 2 years.
Next question coming up. We got Keith Lamoureux. Said, Dog, where do you think the career path of yourself and Billy Gunn would have gone with you on the straight and narrow and taking away Billy Gunn's injuries on the WWF WWE?
Yeah. Well, look, we'd have lasted a lot longer, I can tell you that much, because I do believe they would have split. Look, they were already doing that, splitting us up, and I was going one way, and he was going Intercontinental Champ, his little run with The Rock. I was doing hardcore stuff, and so they were splitting us up already, but when you have something with that much success, I think you're always first thing you would do if we started faltering individually was, well, let's put them back together. You know what I mean? And I know sometimes that would be looked at as a crutch, but it worked. It wouldn't be lightning in a bottle, but it worked once. It might get something going again. So, look, I think we could have, if we would have stayed on the straight and narrow, I think we'd probably be doing one-man shows with the Undertaker. It wouldn't be one man. Shit. Anyway, never mind. I would love to do that. By the way, I would love to do that. Just
we got our taste at Top Gun weekend.
Undertaker, if you're listening.
Oh, you'd love to do one man show?
Yeah, with Undertaker.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I thought me and you did great.
I mean, we did all right, but you're shorter than him. I mean, that's a fact.
I mean, I didn't scare away a shark like Undertaker did this week. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that?
No.
His wife.
Where at?
Oh, it's going viral. Everybody's talking
where
about
was the shark?
They were at the beach, and the shark swam up to him. Wife, I'm having a brain fart. Who's his wife?
Michelle.
Yeah. She's videoing it, and she saw the shark, so she calls over Taker.
Yeah.
And he's just standing on the beach, like, staring down the shark, and it swims away. She's like, even the Taker's over on a shark. Nobody wants a piece of the Taker.
Oh, that's Kane. I'm sorry. He went like
he's
this.
He's just standing there.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, he's an amazing human being. On the real.
The next question from our Twitter feed at You Didn't Know Pod at Brian R.D. James. Look at these pictures. If you're watching on YouTube, speaking of Taker, what was it like working with The Undertaker? And if Billy Gunn wasn't your tag team partner, who would you have had? So first,
man,
what was it like working with Taker?
It was always great, always. And look at the most, I tell the story about him trying to talk to me when I was really messed up and me not being very receptive. And so he was one of the ones when I started making amends. He was one of the ones I spoke to first. Also, Taker, at a very important time in my life when I got dropped on my head and didn't know if I was paralyzed in Madison Square Garden, I said, just tombstone me, and he said no and just pinned me 1, 2, 3 because he didn't think of the match or the creative or any of that. He thought about my health first.
Wow.
And that meant something to me. So that's a personal side note. A couple of things. His work is so I want to say easy to work around, and that makes it sound like it's easy. But you see how anybody could have a match with him. You know what I mean? Like he's graceful, he's long, he covers the ring in 3 steps. He's everything you need to be as a tall dead man who can. But he has to be able to go, and he can go. You know what I mean? It was weird, and so. Yeah, it was awesome to work with him every time I ever got to. Also, one of the coolest moments that still gives me goosebumps if I'm in the right mood, standing in the middle of the ring like that night in Madison Square Garden and that gong go off. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the most real moments in wrestling to me. You know what I mean? Because everybody in the arena, plus the guy he was about to wrestle, has got goosebumps, and we can't wait till he gets to the ring. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Only in this business, and sadomasochism.
I think the other part of that question was, who would you have tag teamed if Billy was there?
Oh yeah, X-Pac. And I know X-Pac wasn't there probably he was there at this point. But yeah, Kid. Man, Kid was the only other guy that I ever felt literally in sync with mentally and it sounds crazy, but I know other wrestlers that will. I know Kiddo and I know Billy both know exactly what I'm talking about. We wouldn't have to say stuff to each other. We would just make eye contact and know who was supposed to be where and when. And there was a lot of bumping and feeding and double timing in our go back and watch the Attitude Era, because nobody bumped and fed like me, Billy, and X-Pac. And if you think anybody did, then you don't know what you're looking at. But we were some bumping fools, man. And Taker, and at the end of every, they have dark matches sometimes to keep the crowd. At the end of every show, Taker'd be in the ring, Austin be in the ring, Rock be in the ring, and who would go but DX would go, okay, we're going to go down there and feed him for a couple things and slide in and say, duck this, here comes so-and-so. You know what I mean? Here we go. We're running and duck and kick and stun and whatever, rock bottom, whatever it was, and send the people home happy, But yeah, we were the bumpers and the feeders, man.
Right stuff.
I don't even know what the original question was. I just went off on a rant about how good we were bumping and feeding.
Tag teams, X-Pac. You did it.
Yeah,
You nailed
X-Pac,
it. You got it. Next question from our Twitter feed at You Didn't Know Pod. Oh, no, it's not.
Charlie Philbrick.
Charlie Philbrick.
Charlie bit me.
Oh, he's got a couple of questions. First, we'll start with you. Dog, if you could main event a WrestleMania as a tag team with Mr. Ass, who would you want your opponents to be? Love the show. Having struggled for years with addiction and hearing someone I admired so much when I was younger be so open and honest is one of the best parts of this podcast. Keep up the great work, and I will look forward to my weekly time with the Mountain Critters.
Okay, we'll pop this back up there for the follow-up with you, Cass.
Yeah.
So thank you for one thing, and look, that's the deal with me and my sobriety is I got to be open and honest with myself first and foremost. But if I'm honest with others too, it makes me accountable. So that's me in a nutshell. Anyway. So what was the second part of the question? I'm sorry. It was he put me over for being sober and talking about it.
Having main event,
main event. So here's what I would honestly like. And again, look, I don't live in yesterday, Jack. I live in today. So I want an opportunity at those undisputed blended tag team championships from Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But I want me and Billy in our prime. Like if you saw those pictures of us working with Taker a few seconds ago, I don't even know. I have a concept of time because of, anyway. I want us then. I want us in 98 versus Kevin and them now. Because look, and I'll tell you why. Kevin and Sammy both go. They go at it. Yeah. If you ever watch their matches, if you ever watch Kevin work with like Gunther, he ain't scared a lick. And I mean, they will lay stuff in. And so that's exactly where me and Billy were in 98, is young and hungry and willing to find out. We were willing to F around and I just spit all over the camera. That'll cost you people extra. Top guys, it'll be 50 cents extra.
Well, that's for the OnlyFans. Come on. You can't be.
I was gonna say I squirted stuff all over the camera.
Video
Weird.
and toe picks. You can't be giving that away for free, man.
So what? 98 Outlaws versus. I'd say they're in their prime right now, but they probably are physically a little past their prime, to be quite honest with you. And I don't want to rip them off. I want them at their prime too. But that's right up me and Billy's alley. And I kind of want to be heels. I want to be heels when we do it too.
Yeah, the crowds are going to go wild.
Yeah. I don't know when you do that match, but that's the one I want. So
we need a lot of mic time too.
We go. Yeah, well, that's for the build up.
Woo!
Yeah, there's a lot of promo time in there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
I'm here for it.
It's interesting.
I'm here for it. He also says the second part, Casio, when is the rematch with BBJ, and whose dog got his money on? If he means wrestling, now this is a great
Big
story.
Booty Judy.
I'm telling this.
His wife is so real cutie. He calls her Big Booty Judy. She looks like Zoe Stark. She's got delts like cantaloupes.
You called her Zoe Stark Jr.
I did.
And my favorite part, this is a great story. Top Guy weekend in Huntsville. I pick Dogg up from his hotel. I drive over. We get to the venue, and Dogg looks over, and there's a girl walking towards us, and he goes, "Look at that! Look at the delts on that chick." And I go, "Yeah, that's my wife." And he goes, "Ah ha ha!" He starts laughing, and I stop and roll the window down, and she walks to the window.
She
and
walked
he goes,
right up. They started
"Oh my
talking.
God, I'm sorry." And I
I'm
went,
so sorry.
and I went, "Hey, Dogg just said you got great delts." And she went, "Oh my God, thank you." I said, "Dogg said, look at the delts on that girl." She's like, "Really?"
Yeah. She was like, look at this double bicep.
By the way, she is at wrestling practice, training,
As
whatever
we
you
speak?
call it, as we speak. Yeah,
Just falling down.
falling down.
Yeah.
She really cannot grasp a drop kick.
Interesting note. Nick Patrick and Max Payne and myself and the band Living Insanity wrote a song called Falling Down.
Really?
Yeah.
We need to hear it.
Well, you might and you might not. Let's just leave it like that. You know, some of the Beatles stuff. Oh Jesus, never mind. I couldn't say it with a straight face. Sorry.
I need your help because she can't get over the mindset of how to do a drop kick.
Oh, okay. That I can do.
Very tough.
Tell her not to watch mine. Tell her to watch Brad Armstrong.
Do you see Road Dogg?
She's got about
Don't watch him.
two to sort through of mine.
If there's a foot race, who are you taking your money on?
Oh, is it downhill again?
If it's wrestling, you got to take her. I mean,
yeah, no, I am.
she's not only swole, but she's also been training.
I think I'm taking her either way. I'm just trying to be nice by postponing my answer.
You're losing money. I'll beat her in a race every time.
A foot race?
Yeah, I beat her multiple times.
Hey, you were surprisingly fast.
Yeah, I can pick them up and put them down.
Yes.
Now it's short bursts. We're not going to football field.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You're not running the mile, daggone.
No. If we got a sprint, I got a burst of energy.
Hey, Tater can scoot. That's what I'm saying. Tater's a scooter.
Tater's a scooter.
That's what we used to call him, a scooter.
Tater is a scooter. All right. Tater can scoot. Let's get to another question.
Why?
Let's scoot on to another. Jay Defiant. Well, that sounds serious,
It's
doesn't it?
Defiant.
What is one finishing move that made you go, wow, when you first seen it?
Oh, God. I'll tell you what, every finish on a New Japan show, or an IW, whatever it's called now, every finish on Daniel Bryan's matches ever, they just always now look like they're going to kill you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh man, we don't have to do that. But I don't know. Oh, you know what? Which one I used to love, and it's probably dangerous as crud, but Steiner used to do it in early Japan, was vertical suplex into a seated pile driver.
Oh, gosh, it looks so dangerous.
Yeah, it looked horrifying, but it made me say, wow, that's for sure. The one, that was what he asked.
Holy shnikes was probably it.
So another one that actually X-Pac, and this might even be a question, and I don't know if it is, but X-Pac wanted me to do that the pile driver off the second rope to him in Your House 95 when I beat him, because he wanted it to look, and look, you can even tell watching it back, I was scared to do it. I put my foot down before we landed because I was just scared of just taking it all butt and him in between my legs, you know. So that one made me say, ow. You know what I mean? That one it scared me. It scares me to this day watching it back, too.
Wow.
Yeah. It was scary.
That made me say, wow. Now I want to go watch it.
Well, it was called The Screwdriver. I don't know. I think he's talking about Kettle One vodka.
Let's screwdrive in another question. What do we got? Richie Ray, the Real Deal Hill. I think he's watching, by the way.
Oh.
Richie, if you're over there, what's up? But I think I saw him earlier. He says, favorite R-Truth moment behind the scenes.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. There cannot be one because there has been so many. R-Truth and me, from the get-go, were incredibly close in a weird way. Or like when we, and I've said this before, when we sit down at catering, we look across and we have the exact same plate made. You know what I mean? Like it's, hey, what are we going to get to eat tonight? It's always like whatever. It's just the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just, it was almost like we were raised up the same. You know what I mean? Like it was the belief system, the everything is just the same. So man, Ronnie is so, it was unsung hero funny, but now the world knows how funny he is. You know what I mean? So he would do stuff like that. And still to this day, he would come up and go, hey, I got to do this thing. Can I run it by you real quick? Or how would you do it? You know what I mean? And we would just banter back and forth about how I would do it. You know what I mean? And he would come up with his own way, and it would always just make me laugh so hard. So, man, there's so many. But so this is a perverted one. But I was on drugs. We used to room together a lot. Me and Ronnie and TNA would room together every week down there. And so Ronnie would get up and shower, and then he would put his baby oil on, like standing in front of the mirror. And I would just lay in the bed and go, Ronnie, will you face this way and put it on? No, turn around. He would, come on, dog, dang. He was getting so mad. But we had such good times, man, all the time. And it was, I don't know, he saved my life a couple times. Yeah, just good times with R-Truth. And we still communicate. He still sends me music all the time. I text him all the time. Can't wait for him to get up and running again. So
I was just about to say, how's he doing?
He's doing good. He's going to come back, but he just doesn't know when yet. And so,
good.
You know, when you're 107, you don't heal that quick. I mean, I know he looks great, but that's, you know.
That's how it is.
He's been doing it a while. He's been doing it a while.
Hey guys, Eric Bischoff here, and just want to call a quick timeout. I want to tell your listeners about what I've been telling everybody at over at 83 Weeks, quite a while now, about all the cool things that are happening over at adfreeshows.com.
On a new edition of The Insiders, Conrad sits down with former Turner finance executive Dirty Dick Cheatham, talking about the internal war between WCW and Turner and the Monday Night War with the WWF.
And my assistant said, hey, you're not going to believe who's down there. I said, who? She says, China's down there. And I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I went over to her window and looked outside. Did the whole, all of the exits down there. Get the camera. so we went down there. And, of course, there were the exit that was down there in the fight with security.
On a bonus episode of My World, Double J watches back his tag team championship match against FTR and breaks down the hilarious Briscoe Farm skit that preceded it.
And they said, can y'all be in the background talking? And the four of us are down there, really just, all four of us. But Lethal and Sanjay, I said, we got to start being silly. I just started strumming the guitar, and Sanjay started bouncing that baby, and Sanjay and him started doing the do-do. I think this is, I don't know, it's the funniest, but I still think it's
hilarious.
It's a complete ad-lib, but it played to, you know, the line he said, them clowns, and we're down there dancing.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's just a small taste of what we've got waiting for you with 4 levels to choose from. See for yourself why ad-free shows is the best value in wrestling today. Sign up now at adfreeshows.com.
All right, let's get another question in. Josh Henney, he's over
Top
in the
guy.
side chat as well, my friend.
Yep.
You know, some people, you know, he's the real life Undertaker. They call him the Overtaker. Did you know that?
I did know that.
He's one of their only 2 people that we know in Nebraska. Well, 3. We know little Jimmy Sorensen, Josh Henney, and Larry the Cable Guy. All Nebraska.
All Nebraskan.
But he says, did Vince McMahon ever talk to you about VKM when you were in TNA? I'm curious if he even knew about it or thought it was funny or hated it.
So I'm sure 100%. No, he never talked to me about it. I'm 100% sure he never saw it. But I know the first time I came back was at the Baltimore Arena, and I went in there, and Hunter was in the office, and I was my first time back. You know, well, I guess it was 2011, and I shook his hand and sat down and we started talking, and he said, "Hey, what was that VKM thing all about?" And I said, "Well, dude," and he said, "I'm just kidding." And that was literally the whole conversation. So it was, I think he knew where I was at, and I think he knew where it was coming from. And in the world of business, you never shut down the ability to make money because you dislike somebody or you dislike something somebody did. You know what I mean?
Sure. By the way, shout out to, we're going to get heck, but Brian Haremza, also a top guy from Nebraska.
Is
So
also in Nebraska. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
From
Bobby KF.
Nebraska Haremzas. You know the Nebraska Haremzas.
Yeah, from the
Can't
Nebraska
believe-
Haremzas.
Yeah, we forgot about him.
Yeah. I don't know how you could. He's a
Stalwarts.
assemblyman. He's an assemblyman, and
Assemblyman! Stalwarts in the cornfields.
in the community.
Stalwarts. Let's get to the assembly line of more questions. What do we got?
Questions.
Mad Dad 316. Dog, if you want a wrestler, entertainer of all sorts, or military, what career do you think you would have chosen? Part due, if time
love that.
allows. Worst non-wrestling, entertainer, military job you have ever done. Hashtag Mad Love.
So if I wasn't
I
a
know
wrestler,
you're
I
gonna stay here.
probably would have been in the Marine Corps and stayed in there and retired.
He said
out
no
of the-
military.
Oh, no, but if I wasn't a wrestler, so if I couldn't be in the military either?
No wrestling or military.
Or military, I got you. What career do you think would probably McDonald's?
Oh, I thought you were going to music.
Yeah, I would play the music at the McDonald's that I worked at. I'm just- yeah, I mean, you're loving it. And if you're not, I'm shoving it in your sphincter. Anyway, I'd probably be singing in the Atlanta Airport Concourse C.
You'd have so many fish fry drinking pie jingles. Just so
Oh,
many.
man.
Oh,
I have that's a great question because I have no idea. And at 54, happy belated birthday to you, Casio. But at 54, should this podcast thing fall through, I don't know what I'm going to do, to be quite honest with you. But I think Dick's is hiring.
so hello.
Yeah, not the sporting goods store.
Oh, Dick's is hiring.
Yes.
American
Don't
Idol.
know.
They're saying in the chat you could have won American Idol.
No, I couldn't have.
Okay.
Look, I like to think I can sing,
The
but I
white
can't sing.
Snoop Dogg said Shanny.
Oh, well, look, I appreciate that. I tried to smoke as much weed as he did, but I don't know if I succeeded. But at the rate I'm forgetting stuff, I think I might have.
All right, let's keep it going. We got just a few more. Let's get into
All
another
right.
question. Oh, Yam Bag. What up, Yam?
What up, Yam?
If DX never existed and you had to pick one of these stables to be a part of, which one would it be and why? Is it the Four Horsemen,
No.
NWO, the Heenan family, or the Dangerous Alliance? Which one and why, dog?
It's the NWO.
Really?
Yeah, and don't you think, like, once they lost Kid, they needed a piece of white trash that could be, like, the joke could be on me. You know what I mean? Like, I could, because they had all really cool people.
Yeah.
And nobody was, like, not cool. And, like, then, of course, it got too big
I was
to
gonna say
where,
for a while.
for a while, then everybody in it was not cool. But so, like, I don't know. That's the one. I wouldn't have fit. I wasn't a good enough wrestler for the Four Horsemen, and don't give me any Lex Luger comments either. I wasn't. I don't even know who was in the Dangerous Alliance, but I remember it was in the '80s, and there were some bad people in there.
What about the Heenan family?
Wasn't Jake the Snake in there?
By the way, the Dangerous Alliance was Paul Heyman's faction.
Right. I got that, but I don't remember who all was in it. Because I get those factions in WCW from that period mixed up. Were they the
Adrian
Varsity Club?
Adonis and the Midnight Express.
Who?
I don't know who's all in there. Adrian Adonis was early at WCW. Who was in there?
Dom said, that's not true.
If
Well,
I
then
say anything about wrestling, it's
then
just
tell
to
us
consider
it was
that's
Steve
not true.
Austin,
Oh, really?
Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, and Larry, the living legend, Larry Zbyszko.
Oh, it's a good stable, by the way.
And Medusa. Yeah, I would not have fit in there. There was a lot of good wrestling going on.
Wow,
there.
that's a lot of good dudes in there.
That is not my forte. Rick Rude too.
Woo!
I'm remembering it all now. That's why I remembered all their names.
Who's in the Heenan family? And I want it to
Heenan
be
family
that.
was Andre. Was it King Haku or Ming or
Mick
somebody?
Bockwinkel, Ray Stevens, Bobby Duncombe,
It's none of them. Hey, but my dad.
Blackjack Lanza.
One of the worst matches I ever saw, 74 Cadillac tournament in the Omni. My dad versus Bobby Duncombe in a cage match. And my
Really?
dad had on his famous white singlet he always wore.
Yes.
Bing, bang, boom in the cage. Bled so much. He won the Cadillac and then got taken to the hospital because he needed a transfusion.
Won a Cadillac.
Yeah. It was a big, long Cadillac.
By the
dude.
way, we need to bring back Cadillac matches.
Haku was there. I told you. Haku and the Heenan family. See, I didn't belong there. I needed to
really
be
hitting you, Rob. I'll give you
Road
that.
Dogg needed to be next to Kevin and Scott, I think.
I'll give you that was not your deal.
Yeah, no,
Adrian
big-
Adonis. Was Adrian Adonis in every faction?
No, you're just making that up because she's on Vice tonight. I
The
think.
bar is he real? I don't know if he is.
It is.
The
Adrian
Barbarian?
Adonis. Yeah, the Barbarian.
Woo. The missing link, wasn't he in there?
You're just reading off names for no reason.
Big John Studd was in there.
Bastion Booger was not.
What?
In
Are
there.
you sure?
Fergal McDivitt was
Definitely.
in there shortly, just for a short period of time.
Ken Patera? The Brooklyn Brawler?
Nope. We should ask another question because this is
Robert Dogg's Gimp assistant?
Robert. Don't you listen? Turn around and face the corner.
Ask him about my package again. I like
Face
people
the
asking
corner.
about my package. Face the corner. He's gonna get a flogging after this.
A real flogging, Robert.
I like how Dog just threw up another question. He's like, get away from the Gimp
Cover-
assistant
yeah.
stuff. Rod Lee.
Ask Doggy.
Great profile pic. Rod, he says, Doggy, I work with a guy who was in your unit, or at
What?
least knows you, Mark Hanow, or at least I think that's how you spell his last name. Do you remember him?
I do remember Hanow.
Hanow?
But I don't know if he was in my unit or my unit was in him. Whoa! Sorry.
Robert! Get over here.
Robert! Damn your hide, Robert.
With the unit joke.
So, Hannah, I'd love for you to dig a little deeper.
We don't even know if it's spelled right, which means
We
I
don't
might
know
not
if
be
it's
reading it
pronounced
right.
right, but
Yeah.
Hanow sounds very familiar.
Hanow!
That's it. That's where it's from.
Mark, Private Hanow!
Hey, there were. I just snorted.
Hanow, Private!
There was.
Was he one of your privates? Private?
If we start talking about privates, I'm gonna laugh.
In
It's
unit?
no fair.
He was in your unit.
It's
your
like
unit.
it's like
privates.
tickling my underarms. Yeah, stop it.
Hey now, you're an
Yeah,
all-star. Get your game on and go play.
Hey now. So I would love for you to dig a little deeper, person who just asked that last question, and find out exactly, for one thing, what unit, because I was in several, and at what
You've been around
time.
a few units.
Yeah, me and units aren't strangers. I'll tell you that much.
You're no stranger to a unit. Private.
Wait, that came out exactly how I meant it.
We've got
Big John
one more.
Stud. Oh, sorry.
And
One
then
more question?
Yeah, and it's from Adrian Adonis probably. And then we've got
You're
Wait, do we
just
got one
trying to,
question? I
you're
think
just
we got
trying to
one
get
question.
out of here quick so you can go see Adrian Adonis on Vice. Look, I think he was great too. But, I mean, just say that next time instead of us scheduling a podcast. Just say, or DVR the thing.
All right, look, if you've made it, speaking of units,
Okay.
if you've made it this far in the podcast on YouTube, comment
Yes.
below with an eggplant emoji. That's all we want.
Wait,
Just
what?
in the
I
comment
approve
section.
of that.
Yeah.
I totally approve of that.
Just comment.
I just got dizzy doing that.
Comment below. Oh, dude, if I did that, I'd pass out.
Yeah, Fergal
immediately.
McDivitt.
seeing
I
stars?
sat, you know what? I sat with Fergal for a good period of time at that same table with Gallows Anderson and Edge and me and a writer Chad Barbash, but who's a very funny kid too. Been with me for probably 7 years, but anyway, had a blast. Just sat around and had a good time, man. It was fun, camaraderie. I wish I
what
could
it's all
bottle it up.
about.
Wish I could bottle it up and sell it. I'd be mainlining that stuff in the corner with Robbie over there.
What's he bottling up?
He's mainlining something.
He's bottling something in the corner. That's why you told him to turn around. All right, let's keep it going. What do we got here? Uncle J89
Yes,
says,
I love it.
what storyline did you think was going to be gold and it turned out to be horrible? And what storyline did you think was going to be horrible, but it turned out gold? Not sure if he means in general or just yours, Dog, but you can answer that any way you choose.
Yeah. I don't. That's a difficult question. I've seen a bunch that I thought were horrible and they turned out horrible. If that helps. Does anybody does anybody remember when Natty Neidhart did the farting thing when she would fart
That's
on
so
TV?
one of your favorites.
That's it.
That's not
it's
horrible. It's one of your favorites.
Well, it is one of my favorites, but I knew it was going to be horrible. I knew people weren't going to buy it, but I did think it was funny and it was going to be funny. So I kind of knew what to expect, what reaction wise with that. That wasn't my idea, by the way. Just because I laughed at it doesn't mean it was my idea.
I thought it was.
Yeah, just because I thought it was funny doesn't mean it was my idea. Look, I actually, this is on a different subject, but look, I'm not in the creative loop. Well, it's not on a different subject. I'm not in the creative loop anymore, so I know zero about what will happen, and I had a real fear that after Mania, like what could they? In my head, I had nothing. What could they possibly do to continue this bloodline story? And fast forward 3 months, and I'm more invested than I've ever been. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's made me in awe of the writing. More importantly, the patience of the creative writing team and the leadership. And then the performance of the talent, man, it's just spot on every week. Roman fell down to his knee and a tear ran down his cheek. Bro, you can't write that with a big pencil, one of them big Pee Wee Herman pencils. You can't write that kind of crap. And so it's just been beautiful from stem to stern, you know what I mean? It's just, and it continues to be beautiful. And it's beautiful wrestling. It's beautiful storytelling, and it's all jumbled up in a beautiful package that is. But man, that package on Monday Night Raw last night was one of the best video packages I've ever seen in my life. Like, I had goosebumps watching it, and I'd already seen all the pieces of it. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. It's incredible.
Which
The one that caught us up from last week's SmackDown that showed us on Raw last night. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They
okay.
bring you, so they put this video package together, and dude, it may have been 4.5 minutes long, and that's a lot of. It may have been longer than that. To tell you the truth, it may have
Well,
been 5.
I
But
texted
that's,
you the other night. That package from the Premium Live event the other
oh yeah,
week.
yeah. Well,
The Civil War was amazing.
Yeah, they don't.
Boy, that was
They
amazing.
don't do nothing but top notch out of that studio, bro.
I mean, I had seen all of it and was like, this is amazing.
Look, and that's leadership too. But that's leadership because people go, "Oh, Kevin done this, Kevin done that." Well, Kevin don't put that package together. I can tell you that much. He approves it, but he don't put it together because he's a leader that delegates authority, and he delegates it to young, talented individuals who are really good at what they do, and they prove it week in and week out on WWE programming.
I tweeted it because I knew it wasn't going to get its roses because we still had that whole the match was after that, which was amazing, and the whole deal. But watching that, I was like, buddy, if you're not invested after that, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, because there should be some Oscars and I don't know, but there has been, and I mean throughout. Think back in history throughout the acting with Sami Zayn, with Jay and Jimmy, with Roman and Solo. We talked about him earlier, man, really stepping into his own, and he's got the future so bright, and he needs to wear shades, man, because it's just fire. It's just fire right now.
Let's get to a couple before we get out of here. We've got a couple things to get up. Do we have one more comment? Oh, Adam Arpin.
Okay.
He's over in the live chat. He said,
I loved him in MASH. Go ahead.
He said, even though they're the competition, what does Road Dogg think of his old partner's new running mates, the Acclaimed, in terms of being sports entertainers?
I think it's great. I really do. I think they're a young team that was kind of new age outlawy, but they're definitely more sports entertaining, and they can go in the ring. So they can work circles around me and Billy at any point in our careers probably. But I love them. I think they're a talented team. I think his kids are just as talented. I think they got a good tag division over there.
Also, could the Forbidden Door ever open where we could see Uncle Doggy scissoring Daddy ass?
Well, that would be...
Never say never.
That would be a OnlyFans thing. Sorry.
That would be.
Yeah, that was... I'm sorry. But we would have Haku and Moondog Rex.
Zol Lopez, you're traveling down the road after a show. It's late at night, and you pull up to a small-town convenience store. What fried food snack are you getting from the heater for the rest of the road trip?
So, truth be told, I probably wouldn't get a hot snack. I'd probably get an egg salad sandwich. Yeah.
From a gas station?
That's how I roll, dog. But if I wasn't going to eat, I would probably just get a roll of Sprees and a roll of Sweet Tarts and a Gatorade. And hit the road, Jack.
Well, I didn't see any of that coming.
Yeah, because I probably wouldn't eat because I don't want to get heavy in my belly area and then go night-night. And them little sweets will keep me up and at 'em.
I did not see that coming.
Well, I can't do. They don't allow me to do cocaine.
And Sweet Tarts.
Yeah, they frown on me snorting coke. So, and I get it. Can't never keep my clothes on. I mean, I get it. I
mean, look, there's Hunt's Brothers Pizza is always a go-to.
Oh, hey, but it is. You're right. It is in a lot of small town convenience stores.
Yeah.
And so I can't say I ain't picked up a pie in there before that might have been sitting there for a couple hours.
When I traveled nonstop for comedy, them little, I don't know what they call them. They call them something different everywhere. The Tornadoes, they're like the taquitos on the roller.
Yeah.
Oh,
now let me ask you this: was the fact that you just traveled thinking you could make money in that line of work comedy? Was that the comedy?
Yeah, you're basically a trucker. You're like, I'm driving 8 hours. I pick up a check and
trucker
I drive.
who can't afford the meth.
Yeah. Oh no. It was taquito. It was Tornadoes. Whatever it was.
Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Tornadoes and taquitos, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was traveling like the early Foley years, sleeping on listeners' couches and.
But that's what you do, right? I mean,
trash bag.
I did all that. You got
to cut your teeth, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got to do it all over again too.
We had what we called sponsors, and they were just people that would allow us to sleep at their house in that town. You know what I mean? Like, can we sleep on your couch tonight so we don't have to get a hotel?
I was waiting on people to go, hey, where y'all hanging out afterwards? Because I wanted to hang out. Them going, now we're taking
fall
it
out.
Yeah. Well, I'm drunk, man. I don't know if I can get back to my hotel.
You don't want me to drive, do you? I'm at the Sheridan over here.
Yeah, but I'll go to your house if you just want to do that, especially if you've got a hot tub. All right, we got.
Sir, why do you have your shirt and pants off already? Bobby KF5 GTX says,
Oh, Dog,
Ooh.
my dad was a USMC from 1970 to 1973. And he
Hoorah.
served in the Philippines.
Philippines, Semper Fidelis, man.
How about that?
Semper Fidelis, thank him for his service. Thank you for coming from his service.
Dom, do we have a comment left, or are we going straight to Top Dog?
Dom, tell us what you're doing back there.
Put that down.
Dom, put it down.
Gross.
You're going to cut yourself.
Okay, we're going straight to Top Dog. You ready? If you do not know what Top Dog is, if you're just joining us,
Please
Top
explain.
Dog, we give 3 different sports entertainers, and Road Dogg has to tell us, is he a better sports entertainer than each person listed? Okay?
Chances are I will anger you during this segment.
All right.
But don't take it so personally. I'm better than a lot of people.
Dog has not seen the names. He has
No,
no
I haven't.
idea who's coming up. So here we go. Oh, buddy. Number 1 right out of the gate. You're going to get some grief. Here we go. Are you a better sports entertainer than Jericho?
Oh, man.
Oh, Dog. Dog.
I have to say no.
Oh!
I have to say no.
Good.
Chris Jericho, by all means. I mean, look, he's a singer of a band. He's a, you know what I mean? He's done all this,
great,
and he's done it all successfully, and reinvented himself several times, and so forth and so on. He's a superstar, man, and he's a superstar on several levels. So I can't compete with that.
All right, Dog. Are you a better sports entertainer than Luna Vachon? Oh,
I saw her in Miss
by the
Texas.
way, I'm here for that.
I heard, come on. I heard because she will beat the crap out of you. I actually saw her in Miss Texas, Miss Jackie, getting a scrap in Jonesboro, Arkansas, I think it was. Or maybe Owensboro, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, they got in a fight. It was bad.
Like a shoot fight?
Yeah, I'm better than Luna. I mean, I'm sorry to her because she was a dear friend of mine and she's passed now. But I love her. That's the truth. I spent like a month one night in a basement doing blow with those guys. So good stuff.
Did not see that coming. Sprees and Sweet Tarts was
yes.
the only.
That's all we can do now.
By the way, speaking of
Horrible for my teeth, by the way. But both, actually.
the blow or the spree.
Well, both. What's
by the
happening?
way-
Can you still see me?
Now you look fantastic. By the way,
Okay, thank you.
I don't know what happened, but it's the best you've ever looked on the podcast.
Oh, I
What
honestly
just
don't-
happened?
I have no idea.
You look great. I'm serious.
How
We can see you.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I can't see you guys, so
Oh, can you not?
I can't. If something happened, my daughter started trying to FaceTime me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and so it popped up on my.
Hey, you are illuminated. Yeah, you went from like a slightly serial killer Zoom call
Yeah.
to now you look like you are a influencer on
Okay.
social media influencer.
Well, I don't need to see y'all then, do I?
Well, I wish you could see this next picture though of our next sports entertainer. But
Man, how do I do that?
oh, by the way, while we mention her, your
Hold on.
favorite dirty uncle and mine, Tony Schiavone, says that Jackie,
Yeah.
looks like my wife, or my wife looks like her.
Well, her body does for sure.
See that? Yeah. All right,
Now
you ready?
I'm trying to enter this studio. Okay,
What studio?
now I'm back. Oh God, now I can.
You look great.
Do you not
What?
hear an echo?
No.
Okay, well I do. It's pissing me off.
Are you in 2 different studios?
Probably.
But you're still right on the one. So let's just roll. This is amazing that you're having to go. Look how mad he is.
Okay. Yep. Hold on.
You're so mad he's out. We've lost Road Dogg. Guys, gals, this is the beauty of broadcasting live.
Get him back.
That is not Brian James.
No.
That guy right there has a lampshade made out of human skin. Whoever that was that Robert, Dogg's assistant? This is pretty. This is amazing. If you've made it this far,
Oh, there I am, and it worked.
buddy, you
So it
missed a
actually
lot.
worked. You know what I did was anyway. I don't want to tell you how that all happened.
You missed a lot while you were gone.
What happened?
Dom Moon.
Hey, I started sweating for real,
Why?
like during that, because
Just
this
panic?
yes, technology gives me anxiety.
Well, I
because
think
I
there's
don't-
only
I'm
like 2
scared of
people
it.
watching now, so we're good.
Okay, cool.
I mean, they're going to listen later, but yeah,
Okay,
I think
good.
2 people are here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so nobody will remember this ever happened. All right, we're continuing. Top
Okay, here we
Dog.
go, Top
We got
Dog.
one more left. Are you ready?
Yes,
Can you see us again?
yes, I can.
Oh, you're back to normal.
Yep.
Number 3, are you a better sports entertainer than Abe Lincoln?
Oh,
Look at that wrestling pick. Look at
so
it.
is this Abe Lincoln chopping down a cherry tree, or is
Yeah,
this?
not the Vampire Slayer.
That's
no.
who I'm asking about. Is the Vampire Hunter?
No,
This is not Abe Lincoln Vampire.
by the way,
Hunter.
he did not chop down a cherry tree. That was George Washington. But
Look, it doesn't matter. Somebody chopped down that tree, and then when Daddy came home, he couldn't tell a lie. And that was the moral of the story: is don't lie.
different president. Yep.
But
This was-
I had the essence.
This was old Top Hat Jones.
Top Hat Jones. Yeah, I'm better. He was horrible. He got shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, but did you ever see
But
that?
that was him, right?
That was. Did you see that? Did you see that promo he cut though on 4 years ago?
What is that? The Gettysburg Address?
Yeah. They did a Raw
I
live
was
at
trying,
Gettysburg, and he
trying
was
to
there.
say something else so I could
Easy.
redeem myself.
By the way, shout out while we've got the
to
live
cherry
studio,
trees.
we've got the live studio audience over here. Coach Rosie joined us. Dog, he is at Pearl Harbor as we speak.
No way.
He said, "One, thank you for your service, Road
Man,
Dogg."
thank you for that. That's man. I wish I was
You ever seen
there
Pearl
so
Harbor?
much. That would be awesome.
You
I've
ever
never
seen
been
it?
there. No,
Me
never.
either.
I would love to. Yeah, thank you for that, Coach.
And Adam Arbin says Abe Lincoln versus. He says Grangale.
Grangel. Hey, either
yeah.
way works.
That would be
Besides,
a
he's
draw.
old as crap. Remember, he was young and he was kind of old in MASH.
Who? Oh, Adam Arbin. I thought you meant Gangrel or Abe Lincoln. I couldn't tell you were talking about. They had a great feud
They did.
back in the 1800s.
Man.
that-
And that's when Christian Edge came in. Full
Yeah.
circle.
Well, he was Grangale, and then he was reincarnated. You know, he's a
Remember when
vampire,
he worked
lives
as a
forever.
cowboy called Rangel?
And then he was in that Quentin. I'm stoned and my thumbs are fat. Boy, we've all been there. We've
lost it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, please tell me that's our new T-shirt. I'm stoned and my thumbs are fat. And nobody will get it except listeners.
Oh,
of this
God.
show. I need it. I need it. I need. I'm
We
stoned
need
and my
it. We
thumbs
need
are
it.
fat. Thank you.
Real big fat thumbs.
Who's stoned and has stoned and has fat thumbs?
Oh, God. That's not even true.
If you're watching on YouTube and you've made it through this chaos,
Bless your heart. For
drop
one
us the
thing.
thumbs up. In
Yeah,
the
2 thumbs
comment
up, and I want to
section.
hug you. I want to personally hug you.
That's pretty amazing. All right, we've got our Top Dog. Before we leave on a high note. We do the thankful minute, Dog, and that's where we give 60 seconds on the clock, and you tell us anything you are thankful for in your life right now. Are you ready?
Yep.
Mr. Brian James.
Dom, get a picture of Winnie ready.
Oh.
So, yeah, you want me to go? 'Cause, yeah, I'll go. So we have many of you know that a while back I lost my big pit bull that I had for 10 years, and it was my wife's, really my wife's companion. And so she was there for the 10 years that I was on the road and writing SmackDown and really gone a lot. So that dog, we had to put that dog down. And we weren't ready for another dog yet. Like, we just weren't ready. We weren't. This other dog we had came into the house. But so my youngest daughter, Hannah, what do I have? 20.
We're going to give you all the time you need.
So my youngest daughter, Hannah, is 20, and she's always wanted a Frenchie, a French bulldog. So I don't even know how it happened, but one night she started looking and found it on the internet, and it was 6 hours away in Jacksonville, Florida. And then 3 days later, I was withdrawing money out of the bank and driving to Jacksonville with her to get this dog, and it's been such a blessing, and my wife is in love with this dog, and so we're just thankful for Winnie. And Dom, if you have a picture of Winnie, not her blowing up in the fire like that.
I was about to say, wow.
But
maybe, look at all the smoke.
Maybe you could put
I've never seen all the smoke on that. Have you?
Yeah, that was crazy. Look at her.
Oh, Winnie.
That's Winnie. And so Winnie is a little, she's so cute. She's a little Frenchie. And we're trying to get her to, she gets along with all the Chihuahuas. A couple of them have had to set her straight because she's a little rambunctious. You told me she was a party tractor, and so that's kind of how she has been with those Chihuahuas, and they'll let her know and show some teeth, and it's funny because then she's like doesn't get it, but anyway, thankful for Winnie because man, she is kind of filling our house with a joyful little pitter patter of lovely puppy. So we're just thankful, man, that we can raise up another puppy, and hopefully it'll be a good dog, and we'll have many years with that little thing.
It is amazing what a four-legged friend can do, brother.
Amen.
It is amazing what it can do to a household. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for putting up with us.
Before we get out of here, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, leave us a comment below if you made it through this entire chaos. I want to thank everybody from our ad-free shows family for watching over in the side chat. Hope you guys and gals had a blast. This was fun today.
Yeah, very fun. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again every single week. You check it out. Go to adfreeshows.com if you want to get it early and ad-free. You can get in there. And if not, you can be sure to check us out everywhere. But adfreeshows.com starts at just $9. Live recordings of podcasts like the one you are listening to now. Premium watch-along events, live Q&As, and the whole deal. Thousands of hours of bonus content. By the way, be sure to check it out at Ad Free Shows. Blue Meanie.
That Blue Meanie
he's doing a special for Ad Freeze. He did a venue special,
I was going to plug back to the show we had him on.
Hey, we haven't had that much feedback in a while. One of our shows. Blue Meanie was
getting
fantastic.
on there was fantastic. He's a great human being.
And if he would have been here today, he would have farted and shut the show down. That's his MO now.
And then we would have thanked him as we gulp down our own vomit.
So thanks everybody for watching. Follow him at Brian R.D. James, at the Casio Kid is myself, at You Didn't Know Pod is on all our social media for the show. You can get exclusive content on our YouTube, bagofjohnsons.com. You can get merchandise at boxofgimmicks.com. Glenn Close was a lumberjack.
Glenn Close was a lumberjack. The stories go so far back. She could knock a tree with a one big whack. But Glenn Close was a lumberjack.
Hey-o!
Yeah, I just wrote that. Something I'm working on.
We'll see what we're doing. We might be working on a I'm stoned and my thumbs are fat t-shirt. You never know.
Glenn Close was a lumberjack. What about those tank tops that we were talking about?
We do have the tanks. Tanks for skanks.
We got mountain critters, towels for sexy people on beaches.
That's at boxofgimmicks.com.
Yes, look at those tanks,
man. We got bucket hats.
Hey, thanks for putting that up.
I think Mick Mac's the only one that's bought a bucket hat. But
he is, but it looks good on him. Mick Mac, patty whack. I got a bucket hat and it looks like whack. Sorry.
Oh, mountain critters.
It's Gator, it's Tater, it's the mountain critters. Oh, you didn't know? Boxofgimmicks.com.
Get all that there. We appreciate y'all joining us. Like and subscribe. For Mr. Brian R.D. James, I am the Casio Kid. If you did not like this episode, we've got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
Oh.